Hi everybody, Guiding Halo here. Your neighborhood Guiding Halo is hopping back on the horse. It's been a little while, hey, but I've needed to heal from some things. This announcement is to let you know I'm getting back into lives. They'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's where I'm at. And Sunday at 1 p.m. I may throw in a few extras in there. Also, there will be monthly readings that have an extended to them. And any readings that I do that have extended, you can purchase below the links in the videos that I do. And there's a separate price for if you just want one reading. It's $5.55. And it may be more, but that's where it started at. So it depends. And then if you want all of the monthly extendeds, if you sign up for Patreon for $11.11, you can have them for every sign, all of them. Okay, so that's my plan moving forward. I'll also be doing daily hopes again, which I am so stoked about. Those were one of my favorites. It got me through for a very long time. And yeah, so I'm very excited to be getting back on the horse. Next announcement, I will be starting an online store. And well, I've already started it, but I'll be sending you guys to it shortly. I hope to have a bunch of tarot stuff on there, as well as other home goods and such. If you can think of anything that you like or that you buy regularly online or whichever, do let me know. You know, I'll be having crystals in there, a bunch of things. So that's where I'm headed. What do you guys think? You know, your feedback's important to me. If you leave a comment under this video, I will definitely read them all. I'll respond to what I think is a great idea, and yeah, we'll move from there, okay? It's time to get upward and onward. It's not about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. It's about combining everything together to make something beautiful. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, my Aquarian friends. It's Guiding Halo here. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a reading for September for you guys. General energy for the month of September. All right, see what's going on for my Aquarian friends. Eight of Swords. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. That's the underlying energy that Spirit wants you to keep an eye on for yourself so you don't end up in this. Page of Cups. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Coming into new understanding. I wouldn't even say understanding. It's like coming into not powers, not gifts, but like a new way of sensing the people around you, the things you deal with, all these types of things. Make sure this is somewhat straight. All right. Now, let's pull some tarot. It's good to be back. It's been a long while since I've been doing tarot. I've been doing it sporadically here and there. Let's find out what this Eight of Swords energy is about. Central energy of this situation I'm going to pull here. Communication coming in fast. I'm getting that somebody, this is not for everybody, but somebody's, there's when communication comes at you in a certain way, you instantly get your back up. And Divine wants you to realize that any time information comes to you, it's not about you, it's about the person bringing it. Someone's concerned about, someone wants to avoid a battle, and they're all up in their head about either whether to create one or one that's going to happen. Something that's definitely on your mind for sure. You're definitely, I'm pretty sure there's a wanting to avoid a fallout. Standing up for yourself and having your boundaries. So there's this energy for you guys, something you're working on in September, which will be to bring down the guard somewhat, or always feeling like you have fight or flight energy, feeling like you have to be on key in case you're ditched. That's what I'm getting. Ditched. I know it makes no sense, but it's like in case you are side hit. Sideswiped. It's almost like information coming in and sideswiping you. I think there's something coming in that you may feel the need to defend yourself about, or feeling like you want to defend yourself. You're trying to find the best way through it all. There will be some, I think, a circumstance you find yourself in where you're skating on thin ice, really, with some communication that's brought in. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it has something to do with vehicle repair, registration, and not having enough money to do it, or could have the officials coming in. This to me is much like it reminds me of Jim Carrey, where he's in the movie Liar Liar, and he goes, "I have come to save the day." That's what that reminds me of, this guy. But in some way, shape, or form, it's going to be a financial cost to you, a spiritual cost. I think there's a lesson here that's being learned that has a cost of finances, mental stability, siphoning you of your passions. There's some sort of lesson here that is to learn about not handling things in hindsight, but handling them before they happen. Ace of Cups. Well, I just said that. There's a new opportunity coming your way to stand confident and be yourself in a new way. But there's some sort of mental confusion and financial, not mental witnessing of the confusion perhaps, but financial payout or something that's going to happen in order for you to get back on this straight and narrow type energy of knowing what comes next. It's like this is energy all day long of, it's not actually a molehill, it's a mountain. Because there's been too many times, it seems, that someone has tried to avoid this or avoid that, or sweep something under the rug. And you very well may be saying to somebody, hey, stand up, get your poop in a group, get it together, or I'm out. Perhaps there is a love that you want, and there's some things that you need to clean up under the scenes, or something about, yeah, something that you're all up in your head about needs to be cleaned up before you can move into this. And I think that could be this, whoever this reading is for. You're either dealing with somebody like this, or you are yourself like this, where you like to just deal with things in a necessary type way, and if I can avoid it, then I will type energy. But see, there needs to be a logical approach taken. It's entirely possible someone might be seeking a lawyer or talking to somebody. This is your energy, but it's taking a logical approach. It's almost like the only way for you to take a logical approach is to avoid your emotions or avoid how you feel about something. I think this could be somebody who gets so angry that they mentally talk themselves down and they avoid all emotion, pretending things hasn't happened and all this sort of stuff, in order to help them stay in this energy, because it's what resonates with them. I think that this new person entering your life, or love situation, whichever it is, or a relationship beginning a new phase, heightened psychic abilities, there is definitely concern. I think this is happening, but it's entering a new structural thing on the relationship ladder. It could be moving in, could be engagement, could be all these types of things that someone wants to have. But there's some some concerns that before this can fully happen, that some stuff needs to be cleaned up and cleared up. Because there is a truth that's going to come out somehow, some way. It's better to be the deliverer of that truth than to have someone else beat you to it. Someone coming back around, or this energy of not taking care of things in the moment coming back around. You may be going to another Aquarius, Libra, Gemini to get them to help you with something that's come back around, the same type of issue. I think what you're starting to see is your own patterns in life and understanding that there's only one way out, and that's through them, not around them. I think you're very intuitive, and I think you're very sensitive right now. I think you can be feeling creative about how it is you deal with things, and I think your friendly disposition actually helps waylay some of these concerns. But I'm not going to be so silly as to say, I mean, everybody lies. It doesn't matter who it is. There are some lies or things that have happened or you've tried to not have to deal with that are going to come up, and you're going to need to defend yourself. And it's going to take some sort of confidence and great strength to make sure that it all happens. You're like, it can all come out, that's fine, but I've got to handle how it comes out. It's almost like what I'm getting. It's going to take great strength to do it as well. You're carrying a lot of burdens here. I think there's a need to ask for help. These are burdens in some way, shape, or form of your own making, and the divine is calling all of this back up to remind you of how to handle things. Now, most of you do know how to handle things, and this could all be something incredibly small in your life, but there's something that's not been handled, or it's been swept under the rug to a certain extent. If you want this true type of emotional energy, then it needs to be dealt with, because there's definitely a pattern here that I'm seeing that somebody's in, they find themselves in, and it could be in relationship, it could be in love relationships. It's how you show up, and then when someone comes around, you deal with this same pattern of this swords energy being all up in your head instead of being able to take care of things all in a succinct manner that you're supposed to take care of. Then there's nothing to defend yourself about. Whoever it is you're dealing with, or this could be you, I think there's a natural way that people have been, it's almost like you're able to stonewall people to a certain extent. And it comes easily to you. It's natural. The strength is when you try and come out of that energy. I think you're still trying to be clever, though. I think you're watching and waiting the situation, seeing what unfolds, where you're going to be through September. I think you have somebody you might like to approach or talk to. There could be an Aquarius and a Leo that are coming to new understanding about Aquarius and Leo. Libra and Leo. Communication from a Libra coming in fast. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I mean, everybody's here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, the thing is here, patterns need to be broken, and it's going to take some sort of strength to do it. There's an investigative mind and energy. I think someone is on to somebody else. It's like they're being watched or something. A lawyer, somebody has talked to their lawyer about hiring a personal investigator. This could be, maybe you are a personal investigator. Maybe you're involved with the police or something, but you sense something's fishy here. You know something fishy is going on. And you know someone's been putting things aside, whether that's you, another. I mean, we all put things aside. So being this is your reading for you, I'm going to say that this is a pattern that needs breaking. challenging information. This is communication that comes in that's challenging, that you need to somehow finesse. But it's almost like it's keep coming back around and back around and back around, and the information, it's like you can't get away from it no matter how hard you try. And when you do, it just heaps another wand on you. So I mean, you need to ask people for help or friends for help in order to how to get through this type of scenario. All right, I'm going to pull you a postcard from Spirit. There could be a circumstance or situation where you or one of your friends or somebody, you've defended somebody before. You really have, but now you're in this Eight of Swords energy, realizing that what this person has said is true. And maybe the defense wasn't there before, but you're starting to realize that this person or you need to stand up for yourself or another person. Very interesting. It's very interesting because on one hand, we get the pattern that's already there and someone wanting a new start with themselves and the divine offering them that, but there's a pattern here they need to break. Central energy is your thoughts and your mind and how things work, the way you've been programmed from a young age. Here we have the Page of Cups, which is all about your emotions and your feelings and how you come across. But until this cycle is broken in some sort of way, the Judgment card, it will always bring it back up. But it seems to me it's also about awakening to your true nature and why it is that this needs to be fixed in some sort of way. I mean, thank goodness you're awakening to it. I myself had a very similar circumstance recently. I have Aquarius rising. I have Jupiter in Libra. I have quite a bit of air and Gemini in 2 houses in my chart. So I have quite a bit of air and fire in my chart, and I want to say that I very much at times come across to the outer world as an Aquarius. So as I sit here and say this, like, this is absolutely true about wanting the new starts. You're realizing patterns in yourself that you need to change for your own happiness. Whereas before you might not have realized a pattern, and you could be using that whole thing as, well, I'm just telling the truth type of thing. But how you tell the truth and what you tell the truth about, first you need to ask yourself, does it even need to cross my tongue? Someone is learning here how to take things and deal with them instantly. You're definitely coming into a higher awareness of how your actions affect other people. Yeah. And it's going to take great strength to admit that. It may even mean turning into the Page of Cups and coming across with an apology to somebody or even forgiveness for yourself. All right. Oh, I have never seen this one, I don't think. 41, a higher view. What could this card just totally confirmed this whole reading? Everything I have just said is in this card. A higher view. Let's read the meaning out of the book, because there's a lot in there that I would hate for you guys to miss. It's not terribly long. A higher view. Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the end of our noses and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. I am telling you, that's what the awakening is your awareness level. You're becoming aware of all of the things that have in some sort of way held you back or how you've done something. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way, and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding. Be more graceful in your interactions and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's distance. I also would like to say that somebody here has been possibly in separation from family, loved one, a job, a purpose, something that you love to do, but it's a pattern that you have set in motion. I see that pattern is breaking because you're coming to a new awareness. And as that pattern breaks from you, because you've done the work, you're going to see life and other things and even relationships of all types with a different viewpoint. And that's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Congratulations, my friends. It seems you've done the work. More work to do, but it seems you've gotten to a certain level where you're seeing the truth of your situation. All right, I'm going to do the extended. In the extended, we will look across what's crossing you from getting out of this energy here. We'll look at what's crossing you from moving forward. I'm getting the word fear, but we have to remember that the word fear is, what's that stand for now? False evidence appearing real. So fear, F is for false, E is for evidence, A is for appearing, and R is for real. So what are you saying to yourself that isn't based in reality? Are you afraid of something? You have to let your mind hear and allow your parent understand, maybe your parent as well, but allow your mind to understand and teach it newly that their fear that they are experiencing is actually false evidence that their brain is feeding them based on a past circumstance or situation. So keep that in mind. Nonetheless, we'll do all that. And then I'll pull an outcome card and a postcard from Spirit of what Spirit's advice to you is on this whole scenario. The links will be below. I hope to see you there. If I do not, have a beautiful September.